G'day guys, Ron here from Osborne Digital Marketing. Today I am having a chat with my lovely friend Chris Palmer. Today we're going to be talking about what got Chris into SEO, what he perceives the future of SEO will be, and how you can get some cheeky rankings with some cheeky tips with his awesome marketplace. So Chris, how are you, my friend?
Awesome. How about you?
Yeah, not too bad, brother. Not too bad. Just enjoying this, trying to sift through all the noise of the latest update.
Yeah, that's been a lot of fun. Yep. Dipping on a bunch of keywords, but doing really good on primary keywords and conversions and phone calls. Yeah.
Awesome.
Dropping on keywords that don't matter, but doing good with conversion, but still flooded with emails. Yeah. That's my life.
Excellent,
too, man.
Brother. That's exactly what we want, my man. So, dude, without further ado, I'd like to ask you some questions about what got Chris Palmer into SEO. Why are you doing this and not out there building roofs, my man? What happened there?
Oh. Yeah, my dad with his business, he used to own a gym in Lehigh Acres. It was called Private Muscle Studio. He used to put like these big PMS out on like the there used to be a thing out the end of all the streets in Fort Myers and Lehigh. They were like benches. That was a big deal back then. But aside from that, he also had his website and he'd advertise in the white pages. I believe it was the white pages or yellow pages. But in any case, the website, along with the benches, along with the white pages and everything else, I mean, we went from trailer to home, right? So, that planted the seed, I believe, watching my old man doing marketing. But really what got me hooked was in 2005, 2006, 2007, I was working for Integrated Marketing Systems. They changed their name numerous times. And what they used to do is they would send out mail pieces, right? So they'd send out mail pieces for timeshares, travel clubs, dinner parties for like insurance agencies. And what they would do is they'd send out the mail piece and say, hey, you got an 8-day, 7-night all-inclusive cruise. All you got to do is come in, right? But what the gentleman that showed me the SEO and ads and setting up web pages is they would go out there and write or create web pages about the companies they were working for that would be painted in such a great light. So if they did a review search, only their websites would show up, right?
Yeah.
That got me hooked because as soon as that stuff was up, it would flood. Like it would be a flood of money for a short period of time. Then we'd have to send out more mail pieces, or they would. I branched off with one of those gentlemen. His name was Vinny. He lives in Vegas now. We were doing dinner parties too. I did one last year with him, right? Basically, I'd started doing that with him. We sent out our own mail pieces, set the exact blueprint that we learned from IMS. That's exactly what we deployed. So that's what got me hooked. The money, how easy. I thought it was easy. It wasn't like carrying like windshields or something. So that's what got me hooked, man.
Is that why you gravitated more so towards local SEO instead of your traditional affiliate marketing or anything like that? Is that why you pursued local?
I pursued local too, because when we were doing like the travel clubs, we were doing timeshares, insurance agencies, that we're already doing it for these companies. It kept leading to new work, right? So that's why I kept doing local, because most of the businesses that wanted us to do it, like, some of the timeshares, like Blue Green, I worked with for a while there, like, they would, want us to work with them. But most of them were small little, insurance agencies or travel clubs or traveling travel clubs. And it was primarily local. So that's what I knew. That's what I was comfortable with. Plus, like, you put up a listing, most of 99.9% of the time, the people that call you are local businesses. So that's why I just stuck with that. And then as far as the affiliate, I've tried lots of affiliate campaigns, but they never got to the numbers that would equal the amount of work. Not for me. I have a definite feeling that it was the niches that I was picking, but like all that work, on a brand new website, and you put up all the pages, and then you're making, 10% or 3% commission per, it just wasn't worth it. But I still have affiliate sites to this day,
And what's the number for you, mate? What's the number for you? Like, does something have to be making thousands of dollars for you, or just a little bit off the top? Like, does it need to be covering itself so you can reinvest in it to grow? Or are you at the position now where you are able to sit there and be like, no, this does need to be generating significant revenue for me to invest my time?
That's how I feel now about affiliate, right? I'd much rather get into someone's business and help them blow up their business even more online digitally, because I know I can do it. As far as the affiliate, like I have multiple projects that'll do maybe $100 or $200. I have a bunch of them, right? Like that, we were doing like PS2 and PS3 and Xbox repair stuff, and that guy was giving us money. I have a couple projects, but now if somebody wanted to do that with me, it would have to be super worth it. It would have to be definitely worth it. Yeah, for sure. There's too much time, you know, there's just too much effort and brain think. Like, it's just too much work, not enough money, not fast enough.
So it really sounds like you're encouraging people to go into affiliate marketing.
Yes, definitely. It's not just like a lot of people find success with lead gen. A lot of people find success with local. Some people love clients, some people don't. Affiliate's not really for me. It's just my opinion, you know?
Why do you think that is? Is it's not your work style? It needs to be a different structure with affiliate, or why do you believe that it's not the right avenue for you?
Because it doesn't give you the same satisfaction as helping a real business. I think that's another piece of it. Like, I love getting those emails or those phone calls or those, like, I just got a little swag basket in the mail from a company I'm working with. Like, not that they feel indebted to you, but they love you. You've helped them, you know? So I like that aspect. Plus, it's guaranteed monthly recurring. Businesses aren't going anywhere. I think it's the feel good too of helping a biz. You know, that's a big one. But when you're doing affiliate by yourself, all you do is you have a shopping list, right? Okay, I'm going to buy these links. I'm going to buy this content. I'm going to do, right? It's not the same as doing local for an actual business, in my opinion.
It's a fair point, brother.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
Yeah.
So on that point then, mate, do you know, with all this ruckus of everything coming out now with the latest search updates and this Google I/O, I know in the testing group, I'd like to think that I coined the phrase Google for you. Where do you think we're going, man? Do you think affiliate is going to struggle? Do you think local's going to be the new way? Lead gen's going to be the only thing left with SEO? What's your opinions, man? Everyone's different.
I think, I feel in my opinion, there's going to be much more opportunity for different types of advertising along with different types of searches. You know, like I thought that using the microphone in audio searches was going to blow up, but it didn't really take off. I think there's going to be more opportunity for ads and different types of search engines and ways that people search. And I also think there's going to be new social, right? I feel as though Google's pushing more and more people out, right? Like organic listings and map listings, like it's getting harder in every aspect. I just think there's going to be new opportunities. And I definitely feel that mastering advertising and media buying is going to be the way forward for sure. It's not that it's going away, SEO. It's just going to change, you know?
And where are you making the changes to, brother? Like, are you investing more so into Google ads, or will you start going down like Facebook ads at reinvesting back into the meta type stuff? Where will you focus your efforts and your business's efforts?
For me, it's definitely in advertising. Advertising, and then more like some of the businesses that we help out are heavily invested in old school stuff. They're still like getting listed in papers. They're still doing door hangers. They're still doing Sunday inserts. They're still doing cold calls. They're still like building up SMS. Like, you know, adventuring into those types of avenues of marketing is definitely where I wanted, you know, start mastering and offering a service for that. And then on top of that, the advertising, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Reddit, whether it's YouTube, ads. Oh.
So you're saying
answer the question?
Yeah, pretty much, man. Like, So are you thinking that we might even be, maybe whilst we progress forward, we might also be taking a step backwards, and the traditional style of marketing might be coming back into play a little bit? So maybe getting back on the park benches and that type of thing might be worthwhile. For
some niches, some aspects, yes. Maybe not the park bench, but yes. To that degree, yes. I think old school, building an actual relationship and having that word of mouth is going to be massively important, definitely as time progresses, because everything repeats, right? You know that. Everything repeats. So like the internet or SEO and online takes out that human aspect. And now with the AI, like everything's getting away from it, right? I'm thinking that as time progresses, more and more people are going to want that human interaction, that old school, the phones. Like I have a feeling, man, it's coming back. Yes, dude, I do.
I agree, dude. I
Yeah,
100%
dude.
agree, mate. I think that people are going to start really yearning for human interaction. And I think
For
individuals that
sure.
capitalize on that, they're going to go a long way, man. They're going to go a long way when they personalize their website and it's no longer just this cold interface that's just, who is this business? Who's it about? Who's there helping me? Who's there helping the business? So definitely, no, I concur with that point, mate. Absolutely. I think that that is the
For
way
sure.
we are progressing.
Yep.
So, dude,
And
what are you?
and then oh, sorry.
No,
To
no,
add
you
on
go
to
ahead,
that,
my man.
and then with the AI, like there's so many different avenues, like mastering the prompts, right? Like there's so many different avenues, the images, the audio, the auto creation of the ads. Like there's so many different avenues. Again, I just wanted to touch on, I don't think anything's going away. I just think it's gonna advance. That's all. And then that human interaction, that's gonna be big, man.
Are
I
you
feel.
playing around with that, brother? Like, are you actually creating some prompts? Have you got your team setting up a lot of stuff utilizing Chat GPT to help with your campaigns, or?
Mm, well, that kind of stuff is more not them. They have a repeatable process that works that we can deploy and then charge money for because we know it's going to work. As far as like playing around with prompts or utilizing AI and how it can benefit us or automate process, that's generally myself, my brother, or my father.
Yeah.
Yeah, like people that are at the top. Like, hey, can this help us? Can it deploy us? Can it make our clients money? That's yeah. I really like the prompting though. I feel there's something there. Yeah,
Is that what you've been
mastering that.
able to capitalize on most to help? Like, is creating your own unique prompts to then help with the agency, to help with your SEO campaigns? Have you been able to achieve what you would have used to had to pay a writer a ton of money for, and then someone to optimize the content? Has Chat GPT and AI assisted in that process to expedite the process?
It's well, not so much in the actual processes, but there's certain little things. For instance, like there's local Falcon and local Viking, and you're doing a grid check, right? We were able to utilize Chat GPT and then go and get somebody for very cheap that does Django and be able to create our own script that actually can do those map checks. So that was one thing that it was able to produce. Then we just had to go get a front end guy, put those together. Less than $100. Now I have my own map checker. I did the same thing with a Google review checker. Like, oh, here's the script, here's the front end, put those together. Now I have a review checker. So it's
So,
helping with little tasks where it can. Yeah, for sure.
so when are they going to
Yep.
be out on the Chris Palmer marketplace?
Yeah, yeah, it's not. I've been throwing that around with myself, like especially like say the map tool. It's like, should I charge monthly or should I just give away runs as like a lead gen? I've been contemplating that myself lately. Because that would take a lot of resources if I had a bunch of people. I don't know yet, Ron. I'm not sure yet.
It's a
We'll see.
fantastic lead gen idea, mate. It's a fantastic lead gen idea. Have you tested it? Have you
Yeah,
put it up against local Viking and local Falcon and seen how it's been able to perform? And have you found that it's actually more accurate?
well, it's pulling the same data, like the Google Place, the Google Business APIs. I'm using all of Google's APIs. That's what these tools use. It's literally the same data. It's just that those types of tools are charging a premium because they're running a business off of it. It's actually very inexpensive to run each of those data points. It's very, very inexpensive. Tenths of a cent.
Well, there you go, mate. You're taking down local Falcon.
Yeah.
No,
No. They have a lot of other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just one run at a time, though. It's a pain. Yeah. They have a
No,
much nicer
excellent.
platform. This is still very crude, but it's very nice.
Excellent. Excellent.
Heck
That's
yeah.
exactly what you want to see. Now, big thing, obviously, the way
Mhm.
you and I do a lot of work together is in the testing group. So that's where we
Absolutely.
came together, is with the SEO testing. Mate, tell us what you've been finding. Maybe you could give some people some cheeky little tips and tricks from some of the latest tests we've been able to conduct that can actually help with rankings, or if you implement something, it'll tank your rankings. Maybe you could give some cheeky advice away there.
Well, how about a double whammy of here's a way of getting something that we tested, a way that you could potentially get new customers. It's very cheeky, but a way to potentially get new customers and help businesses. You know, you can go to Google Business Profiles currently, and you can request access as an agency and then send the business owner a contact form. You know, we did this hundreds of times just to see how many businesses would respond. And it was 6 out of 50 would respond. And they would say, we don't need help, or whatever the case may be. So this could be a good way to get new clients in the door and a way to help actual businesses. So that's one little very cheeky
Very
tip
cheeky,
that
but good.
very cheeky. Yep. And then as far as something to deploy, you know, we recently tested, as far as maps is concerned, adding in, you know, I think there's a forum out there that ran a test. And what they were doing is they were adding in service areas, right? Inside a service area, or not areas, specific services. And what we found is when you add those services in, you get a temporary increase for all of those, you know, Google recommended services. It'll last for 2 weeks, sometimes 3. But what we found is that after that 3 weeks, you actually drop, and it can actually hinder the performance of the primary keyword. So that was something we tested and found out that was out on the web, but it actually could hinder performance. Last piece on that test, what we figured out though is when we both know him, actually, his name's Reese. He put in custom services, and it wasn't listed on the website. It wasn't listed anywhere. And when he added those custom services, the business actually started popping for those specific words. Now, again, it had the same result. It would show up for 3 weeks and then drop. But if you were being proactive with your account, going in, adding services, taking away, adding services, taking away, you could get those temporary boosts. So that's from the group. Last but not least, people like links. Man, we try to do 3 a week. So there's a lot of them. What else stands out a lot? Another one that stands out pretty good. I don't know. Which one stands out to you, Ron?
I love the
It's hard
CTR,
to
mate.
remember.
I'm a big fan of your CTR manipulation. So obviously, when we started utilizing Awesome Traffic Bot with the Nord proxies and that, obviously we don't need Nord proxies anymore because Chris Palmer has his own proxies. So
Yeah. Right.
that test is no
Yep.
longer really relevant. But I found that very, very interesting, as a great way of generating. And my theory would be too, I wonder if when we were able to get Reese's profile popping for those words, is perhaps we could have assisted it with CTR to maybe make those keywords hang around a little bit longer. But again, that's another test for another day. And that's the wonderful
For
thing
another
about the
day.
testing group, is we're always trying out weird and wonderful things in there. So how is the testing group going now, mate? We've every single time I jump on, there's always new faces in there. So how has that been progressing with you? What do you think you've been able to achieve with that? Have you been able to expand your expertise as in SEO? Is this exactly the path that you wanted to go down, like doing tests more so?
It was more so to test the things to optimize my process, right? It was stuff that we're already using, and I wanted to optimize and fine tune my process. You know, I argue with actually Reese quite consistently. It's like, if I do these 50 things, right? If I do these 50 things, I get a result. But see, to me, you know, I don't want to do all 50. If I can figure out how to do these 5 and get the same result, that's what I'm trying to achieve. I want to do the least amount of work for the most amount of result. And that's what I've been able to achieve, fine-tuning my actual processes, because everything I actually test that I test in the group, it's part of the process. And I'm trying to figure out, either should I keep doing it this way? Should I try it a different way? Does it actually work? And then on top of that, there's always people coming out with new stuff, right? So if I hear something or someone says something, they saw it in a course, they saw it on Blackout World or in a forum, I want to go out there and test it and see if I can add it to my process. Yeah. So that was the goal there. I wanted someone to share, like, while I'm fine tuning my processes, I wanted somebody to share that with and get feedback and like have them go and perform them, or them give me tests too. Usually it's just me giving the tests, but it's still good to get feedback. So I achieved those goals. Yep.
No, excellent, brother.
Sure.
Excellent.
Yep.
So, mate, obviously you and Craig Campbell are going up and presenting in Las Vegas. When is that?
Yep. So August 22nd through the 24th, we'll be hosting Digital Unfiltered, digitalunfiltered.com. Yeah, there's a lot of people right now. We have workshop speakers, main speakers, myself, Craig Campbell, Ryan Stewart, Ruan Moreno, and a host of others. But it's primarily going to be focused on SEO and affiliate. What I'm looking to present is some of the better tests, stuff that's in a private group, stuff that's not on YouTube or in a course currently. That's what I'm looking to deliver, So,
Excellent.
yeah.
Now,
Digital Unfiltered.
I'm intrigued, my man. I'm intrigued with the proxies.
Yeah.
Why have we gone down the proxy path? Why did we start up Proxy Pixy?
Yep, proxypixy.com. Well, one of the reasons is I have quite a few very large scale projects that are very high ticket. It's in a very long-term but high ticket market where we need to have countless and unlimited amounts of IPs rotating on a consistent basis in order to run brand searches. That's something that we found over time, is if we can get enough brand searches, even if it's a new website, we can generally get all of our pages to get indexed and get seen, So what we want to do is we want to change the geolocations and send enough branded keywords for our primaries, like people searching for brand name plus this location or brand name plus this particular keyword. We want to be able to send that and have us be the best answer consistently, So that's why I really invested, was that there's so much potential. There's so much potential to have them and have it recurring that I had to build it myself, plus RS Socks, they got their whole site got taken down. So where we were buying them before, their site got federally seized. So I was like, I'm not going through that again. Like, I want clean, good proxies. Yeah.
I'll be able to buy it cheap off the feds, mate. Cheap proxies off the feds.
Yep.
Nah, excellent, brother. And so will you be offering those proxies then? Will you be selling them, out there on the marketplace, on Chris Palmer Marketplace, or is it going to be Proxy Pixy will be its own standalone asset?
Yep. Proxypixy.com is a standalone asset. It's just focused on proxies. I mean, we're still building out content, but you're able to get mobile proxies for far less than is currently being, available, So, and we rotate them really quickly. I don't overload them. They're very clean, for sure.
Awesome, brother. When's that going live? when will individuals be able to purchase proxies from you?
Today. Right now, whenever they see this.
Awesome. We'll put a link in the chat there, man.
Cool.
No, awesome, dude.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Yep,
well,
proxypixy.com.
Proxypixy.com. I'll make sure to put that down in the chat. And I guess the final things we'll cover before we sign off, dude, is Chris Palmer Marketplace. So what have we got on there? What's the aspirations of that? And how can people utilize your services on there to get nice and effective SEO results at an affordable price?
Yeah. So, I mean, the goal at first and still was to offer a white label pricing, but give you every single aspect of the SEO campaign, whether it's going to be press releases, citations, guest posts, your Web 2.0s, your branded assets, every single thing that makes up the SEO campaign. I wanted to be able to break it down a la carte and give that to a customer and say, hey, basically develop your own packages. Then I actually also added packages as well. So the main goal there is to offer people a white label service or white label pricing, but give you really good service. Like the services are really good. Like we're building the top citation lists. We're distributing press releases through Globe. Like the guest posts are DR30 or better. Like we have high quality services for a very fair price. It's true white label. So that was the goal. Give a fair price and a good product. And we're working on customer support. Yeah.
And where can people find that, man? Like there'll obviously be a link down below, but where can people find that?
ChrisPalmerMarketing.com. Yep.
ChrisPalmerMarketing.com. There you go, guys. So jump over there and definitely access some of Chris's stuff because it is good. It is good. You'll be able to use that to great effect. Dude, to sign off, man, do you have any last cheeky little tips and recommendations about what people should do if they're looking at learning SEO, if they're looking at getting into this space? Would you be telling them to not even bother, obviously, with everything going on, go and learn paid ads, or go and learn how to shoot hoops? What do you recommend, mate, for people trying to come in to the SEO game at this point?
Well, I mean, I think where I would start is start with YouTube, right? Consume as much as you can. And then definitely work on your own websites, right? Like deploy, make mistakes, screw up, that's where most of the learning is done. Like see how the SERPs actually react to the stuff that you're learning. Like I watch a video, deploy, watch a video, deploy. Then once you've actually, worked on a few websites, then I think some of the good places to invest in would be like, say, Craig Campbell has a mastermind. I have a mastermind. Internet Marketing Gold. They have like a mastermind and trainings over there, right? So I think that's where I would look. If you're a true beginner and you want everything all in one, Nathan Gotch has a good program. I think that's where I would look, though. I'd start with YouTube and then start deploying or implementing the stuff that you learn on YouTube. That's where I would focus.
You seem very keen, mate, that SEO is you're obviously a lot more optimistic than I am when it comes to SEO, but that is, I think it'll definitely be around, and it's good to see that you have that recommendation to ensure that people keep pursuing this wonderful career, because it's obviously been very fruitful for you, and I'm very grateful that obviously our paths have crossed because of it. But yeah, guys, it's thank you for this chat today, Chris. Guys, make sure you go over and check out Chris Palmer. All the links and everything we talk about to Proxy Pixy, Chris Palmer Marketing, the Mastermind, everything. If you want to chat with Chris and I, all the links will be down there. Jump into those awesome chats because you will definitely get a competitive edge over the average SEO guy that isn't testing anything and not utilizing the appropriate services. So thanks for joining me today, Chrissy. It was awesome, mate.
Of course. Yep. Been a pleasure. Thanks, Ron.